See, I'm actually not really very well. I've got a respiratory thing that means I'm limited in the amount of activity I can actually do.
You don't need to feel bad about it, honestly.
It's just guilt.
Don't feel guilty. I can't believe what I just found under all of this. Hello, how are you? I was just driving past. I noticed your front yard was a little bit untidy. I actually go around once a week and I tidy up a yard completely for free.
Well, find somebody who isn't bringing it upon themselves.
You don't need to feel bad about it, honestly.
It's just guilt.
Don't feel guilty.
See, I'm actually not really very well. I've got a respiratory thing that means I'm limited in the amount of activity I can actually do. Somebody came in and stole some stuff.
Oh, okay.
Robbed the house while I was in hospital.
That's ridiculous.
A 60-year-old vintage electric guitar.
Oh, that
Had it for about
sucks,
a year,
man.
half a year.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another free garden transformation video. My name is Aidan and if you're new to the channel, thanks so much for finding your way here. You're going to have a great time. Now with the property this week, this one was pretty crazy. As I was driving up to this property, I could see that the whole yard was pretty much taken over by tall grass, dirt, weeds, and there were some beautiful Australian flowers and trees that had been planted here, but they were all slowly being consumed by nature. The biggest thing that stood out here was this date palm tree. This thing was just ginormous and it had completely taken over this driveway. I could see that there was a car in the driveway, but I have no idea how they were getting in or out because this thing was completely blocking it off. Now, if you've ever dealt with one of these palms, you'll know how prickly and spiky and dangerous some of these fronds are. And I got stung multiple times touching this thing, even though I had all my protection on. Sometimes these things are just impossible to not be stung by. And then another thing that stood out about this place were the gutters, which you could just see on top of all of this grass and overgrowth. The gutters were pretty much completely filled with dying grass and weeds that were coming out of them. All of the walkways at this place were just completely taken over by nature as well. And stick around to see what I've uncovered here, which took me and the homeowner completely by surprise. But the porch out the front had also been completely consumed. There was just decaying cardboard boxes under everything and a creeping lantana plant that was growing on top of everything. So you could not even really see the porch anymore. But I stopped my ute and I decided to knock on the front door to see if the homeowner was home, and indeed he was home, and he was telling me that he hasn't been able to step outside in the garden for quite a while now as he's been dealing with some very serious respiratory issues. I could kind of hear when I was talking to him at times that he was struggling to breathe, so I could imagine that being out in the garden and doing gardening would have just been a hell for him. But I told him I would do his whole yard completely for free, get everything tidied up, get it looking back to how it looked when he first moved into this place. And after quite a lot of convincing him, he finally agreed. He was telling me how guilty he felt about all of this and me doing it for free, but I reassured him and told him not to feel guilty one bit and that I love doing this type of work. So I was at this property for 2 full days and he had gone out and he had bought me lunch, he had bought me drinks, he'd even tried to offer me some money at the end. But I just told him, keep your money, and as soon as this place gets a little bit dirty again, hire someone in and get it looking schmick. But you won't believe what this place looks like now and what I have done to this place, so stick around to the end to see all the before and afters from this one. I also just got my tow bar installed this week, and on Monday I am going to pick up my trailer, finally. Again, thank you guys all so much for the support, everyone that donated towards this thing, everyone that's been a part of this channel. But I can't wait to show you all in next week's video, so thank you so much again, everyone. And if you enjoy these types of videos and this work that I do, the best way that you can support me and this channel is to just like this video, drop a comment and subscribe to the channel. It's completely free to subscribe and it will just keep you updated with all of my latest videos. Now, enough of me yapping, guys. Sit back, relax, grab a tea, grab a coffee, and enjoy today's makeover. So these date palms are a nightmare. If you haven't seen what they look like before, they are very dangerous and very prickly. So whenever you're dealing with this stuff, make sure that you have really long gloves on and some eye protection because it's very dangerous. So these 3 big trees behind me are not supposed to be here. These are called Chinaberry trees. They're very invasive and these have just sprouted up and continued to keep sprouting. So we are going to get rid of these and it is going to bring a lot more light and make the yard look a lot bigger. So Giles has actually asked me to leave these stumps a little bit high because he's actually going to go around and chop these again and poison them all. And the poisoning is best done when it's had a fresh cut. So that's why these are going to be sticking out a little bit. But he has asked me to do that. I can't believe what I just found under all of this. We actually have a stone pathway that looks like it's going to the front, so I'm going to uncover all of this. So this plant here, this is called a creeping lantana. This has actually grown so far onto the porch. I'm not sure if you can see, but the porch actually ends around here. So everything that way has got to go, and we've got to bring it back from this path that I'm about to uncover this way too. So these leaves from this palm tree have got to go. They are coming over the path and are pretty much eye level. These are ready to take your eye out, so we've got to get rid of a few of these. Now I'm guessing that this gum tree here was a lot smaller when this path was put down here. It's obviously broken the path and has raised a lot of things up, but we're getting there. Alright guys, I've got a little creature to show you all. If you're new to the channel, you may not have seen one of these before. This little guy is called a skink. They look a little bit like snakes, but they're not snakes. They have tiny little arms and legs on them. They're totally harmless, so I'll just show you what they look like. I'm gonna go and put him back somewhere safe. So I don't want to get any closer to that gutter and those palms. Palms are actually pressing that gutter up against the house because it is falling off. So I don't want to tinker around with that area too much, but we have cleared everything and the gutters are going to have a lot less weight on them now. And last but not least, we are going to get rid of all this rubble, make it look a bit nicer, and also just reminding you guys that I would have cut all of these out of here, but he wants them this tall so that he can cut them again soon and poison them. He said he wants to do all of that, so I'm going to leave that with him.